Beautiful afternoon this afternoon, I'm telling you. Baseball, coach's dream, player's dream. And swing and miss for strike three. And that's it for the Blue Ridge Bobcats in the top of the first. No runs, no hits, and no errors. Swain High coming to bat. They have 11 down. I'm not sure if they on the lineup. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, they may just have 10. They didn't have a whole lot, I know that. But he's got 10 on the lineup card. But what's that? I'm sorry. Oh, it's live. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. And we're okay. Okay, and welcome back to Swain High School, where Ian Brooks is stepping into the plate. Ian, the catcher for Swain, leadoff hitter, having a good year, hitting 595 thus far this year. Swain is 6-4. That's overall and conference record, 6-4 in the conference, sitting solidly at third right now. Ian takes one way out of the strike zone. Got a 2-0 count. Pitching for Blue Ridge today is Carter Farron, the number 3 hitter. And he's got to wait on it. Just don't get anxious. 3-0 the count. And ball 4. Ian's going to be on first base with a 4-pitch walk. And with a man on first, we got coming up Gage Southards, the shortstop. Let's see what coach is going to do. He's giving some signs. May have Ian running. Certainly seeing what the pitcher's going to do and see his move and trying to get him to throw over just so they can kind of get an idea of what he does when he does throw over. Low in the dirt for ball 1. And Ian takes off for second. He makes it to second. Errant throw goes out to the outfield. And Ian's at third base with nobody out. 2-0 count on Gage, and he's got an RBI opportunity right now. In for strike 1. Gage shaking his head. I don't know if he thought it was, but must have been marginal. And back-to-back curveballs. Gage takes a hack, just gets a piece of it. Now we're even at the count, 2-2. Threw him 2 curves in a row, and he threw him a third one. Ground ball to third base. In time to first base. The runner's going to score. Ian was breaking with the crack of the bat. And Gage will get an RBI ground out. 5-3. And Swain's on the board 1-0. Number 3 hitter coming up, Hunter Call. Hunter's playing right field today. Good arm out there in right. Pitcher winds up. Oh. Hunter came out of his shoes with that swing. He was wanting to hit that one down to soda pops. All right. Hopefully he'll zone in here and a little better swing next time. He did get a piece of it, but and hit by pitch. Very good. We'll take it early in the game. Hunter's going to be down at first base with 1 out. Coming to the plate for the Maroon Devils is Dawson Chambers, number 3. Dawson's playing first base. And everybody gets the sign. Runner's going. And no throw, he's in standing up. Catcher on the exchange, he dropped it up to the ground, so Hunter was in easy. A little nubber down the third base line. Just kind of hit it right off the end of the bat, it seemed like. All right, counts 1-1. Hunter with his lead at second. Decent. And Dawson fouls one off. Got a pitch up in the zone. Carter Farron for Blue Ridge on the mound. Kind of got a little sidearm throw. And ball's in the dirt. Tried to throw a curveball. 2 strikes. And goes to the fence. And Hunter goes into third base. Uncontested. So we've got an RBI opportunity here again. 2-2 the count. Got to make some contact. And ball's low, ball 3. Be selective here. Doesn't have to be a swing at all cost. Good job. Ball 4. Tried to throw a curveball. Seemed like Farron is relying on getting him out with a curveball now. He's not throwing a whole lot of fastballs. And I think Swain's taking advantage of that. First and third, one out. We got Briar Yance at the plate, center fielder. And the runner's going, and no contest. So we have runners at second and third now. Ball was low for ball 1. And Briar with a couple of RBI opportunities out here. Curveball in there for a strike. Briar took a cut, fouled it off. And he takes his stretch. Fastball. Wide out of the strike zone. For ball 2, 2-1 the count. Briar's got a good count. You just got to make him throw strikes. Don't help him any. Ball gets by the catcher. It was in the dirt. It's a wild pitch, I'm sure. He's having to work hard back there. But Farron's going to have to keep it a little bit closer to the plate. Briar with a 3-1 count. Swain goes up 2-0. Has a man on third. And Briar can look for a certain pitch in a certain zone now. And he must have got it. He fouled it off. It's a little inside. Kind of sawed him off on the hands there. 3-2 the count. We've had this situation before. Just be selective. If you get a good pitch to hit, there you go. Good. It's nice to see them with 3-2, and they're willing to take a ball 4 and get on down to first base. And we got time called. Blue Ridge coach is going to come out and talk to Carter Farron. I talked to their coach before the game. He said that they've already had 2 games. They've got 11 people on the lineup card, so he may be running short of pitchers right now, just to be honest. Or this kid may have thrown earlier in the week or something, and he's just seeing how much he's got left in his tank. I know they got pitching rules and all that stuff now with how many you can throw and how much rest you have to have. So it's a lot different probably from days past. And the meeting's over. We got Caleb Taylor coming to the plate. He's DHing today for Daniel Ammons, who's playing second base. And we got a curveball that Briar was running. Got a curveball, went to the fence, and we had a run score, and Briar just kept on coming, didn't even slow down, and he's at third base now. So hopefully Kobe will get something to hit here. Catcher couldn't find it. Briar scores standing up without a play. So the bases are cleared, and Swain is up 4-0, bottom of the first. And 1 out recorded, and a 2-0 count to Colby Taylor. Ball 3 inside. Catcher's having to chase it. From a coaching standpoint, I'd say Coach Schuler's about to be driven crazy. Sometimes, if you're scoring runs, that's good, but you'd like to see them hitting it too. But now, especially now in the early innings, you got to take those walks, be selective, don't get yourself out, and things will work out. So we got a 3-0 count to Colby. He got drilled. Yeah, you could hear it hit the meat. Oh, well, I know Farron. He's probably a little exhausted out there on the mound. He's trying his best, but he's just not around the plate. Damian Lossy comes to the plate, and he takes ball 1. Colby's down at second base now. Damian had a play, the only play in the first inning, on a grounder to third. And he hits a long fly ball out to left field. And what a good catch, good running catch. Looking into the sun and made a good running catch going to the foul line. Damian hit it well. It just hung up in there a little bit too long. For out number 2, and we still have a Swain runner at second base, Colby Taylor, and Brady Kirkland coming to the plate. Number 8 hitter in the lineup. And another curveball for strike 1. Had Brady way out front. Takes high for ball 1. 1-1. Second base trying to hold him on a little bit. And we just had a play just to let him know that you're still thinking about him. 2 outs, man on second. Brady Kirkland up with a 1-1 count. Curveball stayed high. And when you're not throwing many strikes, you're not going to get those marginal calls. If you're around the plate all the time, you're every now and then, that umpire, he's going to give you something, but not for the strugglers. Oh, and I must have missed a strike somewhere in there. That was swung and a miss, strike 3. And Swain's out of the bottom of the first inning after scoring 4 runs. And Swain taking the field with a 4-0 lead here at top of the second. Okay, welcome back to Swain High School Stadium for top of the second inning, and we have Mason Bumgarner coming to the plate, left-hander, hitting cleanup for the Blue Ridge Bobcats. Colby's ready to go to work on the mound. Colby gets into rhythm. He's a good pitcher. He is around the plate, and just like that pitch right there, on the outside corner for strike one. And the pitch, a little outside, staying away from him, trying to. Sorry. Foul ball just below us. And swing and a miss, strike three. Ian scoops it up and throws to first for out number one. Had him way out in front of a curveball. So with one out, Dylan McCall is the batter. Dylan is the catcher. In there, fastball for strike one. Yeah, that's the one he wanted. Okay, low in the dirt for ball one. We have 1-1 count. Colby in the windup and ties him up with a fastball for strike two. Way ahead, and he's behind on the fastball, and he may fool him with a curve, and nope, he just stays with a fastball. It's a little low. 2-2 the count. And a little foul tip off the protector of Ian Brooks. Still 2-2, and okay, all right. Okay, Colby into his windup. Fastball again for strike three. And we have out one. And Colby, that's good. Just working. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Yeah, out two. Down here towards the bottom of the lineup, I'm sure he's probably been told just feed them fastballs and try to hit your spots. And it's a good frame by Ian. Didn't get the call, but good pitch. Fastball, but it was a little low. And we got a nubber up the middle. Just hit it at the right place. Daniel he got over to it, got in front of it, and but he bobbled it, didn't have a throw, and we got a man on first with 2 outs. Coming to the plate here is Jonathan Jennings, the right fielder. Man on first. He had a throw back to first base just to kind of keep him honest over there. Yeah, that's a little better right there. Ian didn't give him his best throw the first time, and I guess the kid did the same thing. We got a right-handed batter in, they got a good wind, and Ian just turned it loose and just about picked him off that time. In there for a call strike, and Colby's ahead 1-2. And I got a little fly ball to shortstop. And Gage handles it. That's out 3. No runs for Blue Ridge. They did leave a man stranded. We'll let them make the call as to whether that was a hit or an error. Swain coming to bat, leading 4-0 in the bottom of the second. Okay, and back at Swain High with in the bottom of the second, Colby Taylor's going to be leading off. Blue Ridge had a pitching change. They have switched out pitcher and third baseman. Now we have Jacob Pressler pitching for Blue Ridge. Ball 2. And honestly, it just looks like Blue Ridge has run out of pitching this week. Ball 3. He may have the green light. I was hearing Coach saying something to him, but hang in there for strike 1. Taken all the way. He just squared the bunt, and nothing was going on, though. 3-1 count. And the pitcher, he's going out of his stretch, so high for ball 4 and inside. He ducked under it. And we got a runner at first base with Ian Brooks coming to the plate. And Ian takes high for ball 1. And Swain may be running. I don't know how fast Colby is, but we'll see here. I know he's got Ian up, and he doesn't want that. There goes the runner. And ball 2 in the dirt. No throw to second base. So with the runner in scoring position now, Ian has a chance to get a run across. 2-0 count. And Colby had a walking lead at second base and just kept on coming. Good secondary. Got to third. And ball 3. He ends up with a 3-0 count. I'm sure he may have the green light. Hopefully he'll be disciplined enough and not swinging anything out of the strike zone. There you go. Good job. Fastball high for ball 4. And Ian has his second walk of the day. First and third with Gage Southards coming up. Sure Ian's running this time. And there he goes. And Gage is swinging. Fouled one off behind first base dugout for a strike 1. Didn't really look like hit and run, but maybe he was trying to protect him. And the runner goes. And we got a fly ball. It's going to be trouble. Right behind second baseman. He kind of gave up on it. And the wind was pushing it back to the infield, and he could have made a play on that eventually, but nevertheless, Ian's at second. Gage is at first, and 1 run scores. Swain goes ahead 5-0 with no outs, bottom of the second. And Hunter Call at the plate. Not a hitter's day, that's for sure. You get so many pitches that are out of the strike zone, and then all of a sudden they slip up and get one in there, and sometimes you're not ready, sometimes you overswing, sometimes you're frustrated because you're walking, and you just take a big cut at it, and not too many good things happen. And the runners take off, and Ian slides into third. So we got runners at second and third now. 2-0 the count to Hunter. He's not got one close to the strike zone yet. Just outside for ball 3. Yeah. 3-0 count. And way outside for ball 4. And Hunter's on first base. So bases loaded for Dawson Chambers coming to the plate for his second time. Dawson takes ball 1. And in there for a strike. Took a little off of it, just tried to get it in there, and sure enough, he finally got a strike on one of them. Dawson's still looking for a good pitch to hit. Up high for ball 2. 2-1 count. Base is full, and everybody's got their leads. Nobody's holding anybody on. And the pitch. And a little off speed. And about got Carrie, our trainer, back there. So I'm sure she was probably paying attention, though. We can't. That's one person we can't do without. That's for sure. And high for ball 3, so we got a full count, 3-2 to Dawson Chambers. Bases loaded, payoff pitch coming. And ball four. So Dawson will get rewarded with an RBI with a bases loaded walk. And Blue Ridge going to call timeout, and Coach may be ready to make another pitching change. I think the right fielder's already coming in, so they may be going there. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, and while he takes his warm-up pitches, we'll be back in just a minute at Swain County High School Stadium. Okay, and we're back as new pitcher is going to be Jonathan Jennings, who started out in right field. He goes into his stretch. And Breyer tees off on a long foul ball. Way out in front of it. This one doesn't have a whole lot of speed, but he's around the plate, so hopefully that'll be a good thing. Maybe we can kind of zone in and hit a few right on the nose. And Breyer hits a fly ball out into left field. It's not played, and I'm sure he lost it in the sun a little bit. In there for a double. Kid just maybe misplayed it a little bit and had to chase it down at the warning track. And Breyer with 2 RBIs there. So Swain is up 8-0 now with no outs in the bottom of the second. And our hitter's going to be Caleb Taylor. And swings for strike one. Yeah, this one's coming slower. They're going to all have to make adjustments in there. Stay back. Keep that weight back. Get out on that front foot too early. And we got leads at second and third. All right, Caleb swings at just gets a piece of it for a foul ball. Hits off his foot, I think. 0-2. There's the one on the knobber. There you go. Good swing and good hit. That was better. He stayed back, waited on it, and got a pitch he could hit, and hit a shot between short and third for 2 RBIs. Scores Breyer and Dawson. Yeah. There we go. I was trying to think of who was on third there. So we got a man on first. And Damian Lossy up for his second at-bat. He flied out in the first inning on a good running catch by the left fielder for Blue Ridge. And the stretch and the pitch. Ball 2. And Damian's just going to have to be patient. If you get your pitch, put a good swing on it. If you don't, hey, you'll be on base and let somebody else get a good pitch. Oh, there's a good hit. Good job. Damian did a good job there. Stayed back on it. Got a shot over the third baseman's head for a single. Lead runner stops at second. That's Caleb Taylor at second base now. And we got Brady Kirkland up to the plate. Okay, start him out with a curveball. That's okay. It's all right to lay off of that curveball. If you're not looking for it early in the count, don't worry about it. 0-1 pitch. And foul ball. Just got a piece of it. All right, Brady steps back in with a 0-2 count. Got to protect. Pitcher stretch. And the pitch. And a good shot right between short and third hole again. And here comes Caleb rounding third. He's going to score. Runner Damian stops at second. They're doing a good job. They're staying back. When they get 2 strikes, they did a real good job. Him and Damian and Brady stayed back on that curveball and just hit it right on the third base side. Another RBI for Brady Kirkland. And with no outs in the second, Colby is taking his second at-bat. It's a ground ball to third. And the third baseman does a good job. He steps on third. Doesn't make the play at first, and ball gets away from the first baseman, though, trying for the double play. And Brady comes on to third base. So we've got 1 out, and Ian Brooks to the plate. And we got a ball 1. Colby's wanting to steal. Sign. And there he goes. And no throw down. He's in uncontested. Ball high, so Ian is ahead in the count 2-0. Still be patient and get a pitch he can hit and do something with. And fouled it off for strike 1. Blue Ridge has not seen this many times. They had a shift on. They've got the shortstop and the second baseman on the shortstop side of the base. I think that's not because of Ian, but because of the pitcher. Just no speed, and they're probably going to pull everything. And Ian fouls one off, so we've got a full count. And ball 4. So Ian's at first base again with his third walk of the first 2 innings. One out. And Swain has the bases loaded. And Gage Southard's coming to the plate. And Gage is out in front a little bit. We got a play. I'm having to process that one. That ball looked like it was going foul. Ended up in fair territory in front of the first baseman, who was back in the grass by this time. And nobody was running, so Gage ends up on first base. And after all's said and done, he's got 2 RBIs, and Ian's at third. And we got Hunter Call at the plate. Gage takes second uncontested. Normally that's not a stolen base, but he does get to move up and scoring position for Hunter. All of them as they swing, they're taking that little dip in there, early in the count. I think somebody's trying to hit one out. Maybe they've got a pool going as to who's going to be the first one to hit one out. But they zero in after they get 2 strikes, and they're taking much better swings with 2 strikes today. And Hunter's got 2 on him now, so we'll see what he does here. Pitcher's ahead 1 and 2. He's got 2 runners in scoring position, so a good little line shot through the infield is going to produce 2 more. And a fly ball out into right field. Whoop. Right fielder makes the play. Sack fly. Ian scores. And Gage got hung up momentarily, but was able to make it back into second. So we have 2 outs now, and Dawson Chambers coming to the plate. They've been throwing it all around the infield. I don't know what's going on. I'm pretty sure time had been called the second time there. And Dawson's at the plate. The pitch is on the way. And fouled back, straight back for strike number 1. Swain is ahead 14-0 with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Dawson's at the plate, 0-1. And he hits a good shot into left field. That's going to be over his head. Hit the fence. All right, Dawson, good shot. Did a good job there. So he gets one off the fence for a RBI double. Swain scores its 15th run of the game. And Briar Yance will be coming to the plate. And the pitch. All right. Briar's a little out in front of that one. A little inside, too. Foul ball down the left field line, out of play. For strike 1. Good job by Breyer. Trying to get a curveball in there. Ball one. Runner advances to third. Blue Ridge is struggling. Got 2 outs. Man on third. Breyer's up. Kind of got tied up with a curveball there. For strike 2. Counts 1 and 2. All right, let's see if he can get an RBI opportunity here. And fly ball to right fielder, misplayed it. And it's going to drop in for a single. And Breyer's going to get an RBI there. I didn't realize they had a shift on, so I thought the center fielder was going to make that play. But that's the right fielder. They're giving him the whole corner down there. They're staying with it, I'm sure. Oh, he's going to give him another shot at it. Gets a fly ball to right, and he makes the catch for out number 3. And Blue Ridge is finally out of that inning. Swain scores 11 and goes up 16-0. We'll be back in just 1 minute for the top of the third with Blue Ridge coming to bat. And Blue Ridge has the number 8 hitter coming up, Colton Taylor. Takes low for ball 1. We have a pitching change and some defensive maneuvers. Gage Southard's on the mound now, so Colby got some work, and he is now playing shortstop, and Gage is pitching. I know talking with Coach Schuler yesterday, he said that he just wanted everybody to get some work, and everybody will get a little, kind of like doing a bullpen, you know, at practice. Everybody will have a kind of designated number of pitches, and we'll go from there. So he gets strike number 1 in there after falling behind 3-0. And ball's in the dirt for ball 4. Okay. Number 9 hitter for Blue Ridge is second baseman James Jacoy. And throw over to first. Keep him honest. And in there for strike one. Gage is working well. Sometimes you got to keep that rhythm once you get it. He's found it. Let's see what he does here now. A little wild with a second pitch. Got a 1-1 count. Runner goes to second base on the wild pitch. And good play. Oh, okay. Good job, Colby. Yeah. He had it in his mind. He had to go to his right. And he had it in his mind he was going to get the guy at first the whole way, and he sure did. Good throw over. Might have had the runner hung up. He was hung up, and but he ended up at third base on the throw to first for out number 1. So Blue Ridge has a man on third, 1 out. Throw to third. Swain is playing. Well, they've got depth. Maybe first and third are in a little bit, but got the leadoff man for his second appearance. Now pitching, Jacob Pressler. Low and away, ball 2. Gage has a little pop, but he's just not finding the strike zone right now. There it is, in there for strike 1. And in the dirt, dug out by Ian back there. Ball 3. Got a 3-1 count to the leadoff man here for Blue Ridge in the top of the third. With Gage Southard's on the mound. And ball 4. Runners down to first. Gage, he just seems a little herky-jerky on the mound for whatever reason. I don't know. Could be layoff, hadn't pitched in a while, hadn't pitched in a game in a while, whatever. But needs to get some rhythm here. Let's see if Blue Ridge got a play on here. Got a big lead at first, and he's going. No throw. So we got second and third. And there you go. Gage threw 2 right by him. He hasn't swung yet. 0-2's the count. Need a strikeout here for sure. Number 2 hitter for Blue Ridge, and he gets him looking. Good job. Okay, so we had a strikeout there. So with 2 outs now, Carter Farron coming to the plate. He's the number 3 hitter, just his second plate appearance this game. And in there for strike 1. Seems like Gage has found his rhythm for sure. He's just feeding them fastballs. That's another one in there. Swing and a miss, so ahead in the count 0-2. And I'm sure you're going to see that. He's not going to change up anything. And Okay. Threw another fastball. He's just in the dirt. Sometimes he may just squeeze it a little bit too much and throw about a 59-footer in there. Still ahead in the count. He can basically throw anything he wants to here. Going into his windup with runners at second and third. And foul ball down the third base line. Good play by Coach Schuler. And same situation, 1-2 count. All right, 2-2 pitch on its way, and rung him up, call strike 3. Good pitch right down at the knees. And so swing comes out of that without a run allowed, and they're still up 16-0 going into the bottom of the third. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. And Swain is batting in the bottom of the third. We have Damian Lossy up for his third at-bat, I guess. Takes high for ball one. Pitcher goes into his stretch. They're all pitching out of their stretch and got high for ball two again. I'm sure it's a little frustrating for Blue Ridge. You get that high pitch, and they're hoping Swain will just swing at it, I believe. And in there for call strike one. Certainly not what Damian wanted with a 2-0 count, that's for sure. pitch. And good job by Damien. They had a shift on. Second baseman made the play on the shortstop side and then throws high to first base. Damien will be on with an error on the throw. And coming to bat again is Colby Taylor. We have a substitute. Charlie Lambert is batting now with no outs. And he'll be batting. He won't be batting for Colby anyway. He'll be batting for Brady Kirkland in the number 8 spot. Charlie Lambert at the plate takes ball 1. And high for ball 2. It's tough when you're coming off the bench too, and it's 16-0, and you've been sitting over there and you want to hit, but you don't get a whole lot to hit. Still be patient. Play the game like you know you need to. That's all you can do. Blue Ridge, they're just putting a shift on for everybody. They've got 3 infielders over here on the shortstop side, and they're just leaving second base open. And 4 straight balls. Charlie's on first base with a 4-pitch walk. And now Colby Taylor's going to be batting again. So this will be 3 times through. This will finish the 3rd time through in the Swain lineup in the top of the 3rd. Runners at first and second, nobody out. And errant pitch goes to the backstop. Coach Schuler holds them all, so I guess now we're going station to station if at all possible, and you'll have to hit it to move them, I guess. That's and ground ball to shortstop. Can't come up with it, and Colby's safe at first with no throw to any base. So we have the bases loaded now, and we have Bryn Jackson coming to the plate. He's hitting in, that will be Ian Brooks' spot in the lineup. Bryn's batting with nobody out, and the bases are full. Bryn takes low ball 1 in there, ready for the pitch. And excuse me, inside for ball number 2. I know Brent's wanting to swing that bat, but he's disciplined. He can see the bad ones too. Good take. 3-0 the count. It's an RBI, so you take it how you can get it. Okay, 3-0 the count, and everybody takes their lead. Not a big one at second base. And ball 4 up in his eyes, and a 4-pitch walk again. Damien will score. Make it 17 for Swain. And we got Gage Southers coming to the plate now. Nobody out in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. And leads around. Gage Gage reaches for one and pops it up to third. In foul territory, he can't make the play, so it's just a foul ball. And Gage has some new life. So 0-1 the count. Got a ground ball to third, and he can't make the play. Gage beats it at first. Gage was getting down the line pretty good. I know he's frustrated. He hit a little ground ball, but he would have beat that one out, no doubt. And coming to the plate now is Andrew Chavez. And a swing and a miss for strike one. Still have bases loaded, just station to station. Colby Taylor at third, taking his lead in foul territory. And Andrew pops one up. And foul ball. Catcher may have had a play on it near the fence. I'm sure it was a tough play for him. He's catching his wind. He may have dove for it, and we couldn't see it from our vantage point, but umpire's just giving him a second just to kind of gather his thoughts. And he's behind the plate now. We're ready for the pitch. Bases loaded, and no outs for Swain. And tried to sneak a curveball in there. Stayed inside a little bit. 1-2 the count. And Andrew's still battling. Ball two. And the pitch is on the way. Swing and a miss for strike three. Catcher has to retrieve it, but first base is occupied. Can't run down this. He doesn't have to make a throw there. So we got one out. And coming to the plate is Jake Waldrop. Looks like we got wholesale changes coming. And everybody's going to get an at-bat here. Jake up to the plate, and he hits a shot to second base on the shortstop side. And it throw to first pulls him off, and he can't make the play. So everybody's safe again. Jake with an RBI. Scores Colby Taylor. And Swain gets its 19th run of the game. And following up for twin brother, we got Jesse batting now. It's a foul ball down the right field line, just stays foul. So 0-1 count. And the pitcher's around the plate, so we got a few more swings now. As I say that, the ball's in the dirt, so we got a 1-1 count. And Jesse battling up there. And 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Bases loaded. And it stays up high for ball two. Pitch is on the way. Ooh, okay. Call strike 2. So we got a 2-2 count. Still only 1 out. Let's get a couple RBIs in here. Up high for ball 3. Jesse's still battling up there. Can't let anything close go by here. Got to take a hack. And he does, and he hits a little nubber into left field. And the left fielder gets it. And I think Brand got caught not tagging up from third. So we didn't get an RBI in. Left fielder made a good catch. He's looking right into that sun. And he's had a couple of them today. A couple of good running catches. I thought that may drop in, honestly. All right, so we've got 2 outs. And batting now is Trip Peterson. So we've got an RBI chance here. And in there for strike 1. Count evens at 1-1. Everybody takes the lead. Swing and a miss for 2 strikes. Got to protect now. Anything close. Foul it off if you can. And call strike 3. So Swain goes down after scoring 3 runs that inning. 19-0 after 3 innings, and starting in the top of the 4th, Blue Ridge will be hitting with a 19-run deficit. And welcome back to Swain High Stadium. Blue Ridge is batting in the top of the 4th. And their cleanup hitter, Mason Bumgarner, will be at the plate. Lefty got called out on strikes his first time up. Gage Souther's still on the mound for his 2nd inning of work. And swing and a miss, strike 1. Evens count. Good job. Good pitch. Good spot. Right at the knees for a call strike 2. And is he going to stay with a fastball? Sure does. A little low. 2-2, even the count. Gage is ready. Got the pitch. And must have been just below the knees. Looked a little marginal. Cleanup hitter, he'll get that call maybe most of the time. And a grounder right back to Gage. Throw to first for out number 1. Batting for Blue Ridge now, the Dylan McCall. And Dylan's ready. He steps in right at the back of the batter's box. And he had to back up a little bit. That's not Ian back there. That's Damian. Damian Lossy catching now for Swain County. And gives a sign. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So far he's thrown 2 right by him. Number 5 hitter in their lineup. And you might as well stay with it. That's what he's thinking too. Ground ball, and Gage makes the play. And throws to first for out number 2. Little grounder to the first base side. Little underhand toss. And Jake Waldrop takes care of that. So we have 2 outs and nobody on for Blue Ridge in the top of the 4th inning. Gage is doing pretty good on the mound now. He looks like he's a little more comfortable and got some work in now, and everything just kind of comes back. And in there for strike 1. And hits a little ground ball to second base. And he beats the throw. He's safe at second base, or first base, excuse me. So he did a good job getting out of the box, and he gets rewarded for it. That's just a hustle play right there. So infield hit for Logan Bryson. And now the pitcher for Blue Ridge, Jonathan Jennings, will be at the plate. He started out in right field and pitched the last inning. And Gage has another play, throws to first, and in time for out number 3. Gage had all 3 ground outs that inning, so good job by the pitcher there. And Blue Ridge gets 1 hit, leaves a runner stranded, and doesn't score a run though. So Swain is still up 19-0 going into the bottom of the 4th. We'll be right back. Okay, and Damian Lossy leads off with a fly ball into right center field. And he strolls into second base for a leadoff double. Well, they're just relaxed and free swinging right now. And that was a good job by Damian. So Damian's on second base. And batting for the second time now is Charlie Lambert. Steps in with an RBI opportunity here. And gets a curveball from the pitcher to start his at-bat. Fouls it off behind the bleachers. Strike one. And the stretch. Damian's got his lead. And he fouls another one off. Just on the first base side, up in the bleachers. And Charlie's behind in the count 0-2. Got a battle. And a curveball that goes wide and back to the fence. Well, Swain is holding the runners, so going to have to hit them in right now. Charlie with a 1-2 count now steps in. Pitcher takes his stretch and good shot, Charlie. That a boy. And another one into kind of right center field. Good hit. He stayed back on it, drove it right back up the middle. That was a good shot. Good job by Charlie. And an RBI. He's rewarded for it. So Swain scores their 20th run of the game. And now you can just be a little selfish now when you're at the plate. Get you a good hit. Or take a walk. Try to make a play. Just give the team something that make Coach Schuler say, hey, maybe you need some more playing time next game. We got Colby Taylor stepping in again for at bat in the number 9 hole. Outside again, so hadn't found the strike zone yet. We're down in the count 3-0. And takes ball, has to duck, and ball 4. So Swain is going to have runners at first and second with Bryn Jackson coming up for his second plate appearance of the day. Walked his first time. And he's just looking to get a pitch that he can hit. He didn't get a whole lot the last time. Didn't get much that time. Ball 1 outside in the dirt. Once again, the runners are holding, so Bryn's going to have to make contact before they're running, or ball 4, one or the other. And the pitch comes. And all right, a nice little hit that drops into the outfield for Bryn. And everybody goes station to station. So we have the bases loaded. Bryn Jackson with a single into left center. And with no outs, Gage Southards comes to the plate. Takes high ball 1. And everybody with their leads. The pitch. And shot between short and third for a base hit. And an RBI for Gage. Shortstop tried to backhand it. Couldn't make the play. Goes into left field. Gage gets a single and an RBI. And we have Andrew Chavez for his second plate appearance today. Foul ball down the right field line, or first base line. We got Coach Ledford chasing that one, so everybody's got something to do now. Takes low for ball one. 1-1 the count. And bases loaded once again for Swain County. All right, same one. Coach Ledford, he's having to get two down there now. Okay, 1-2 the count. Andrew's in there, ready to play. And the wind up. Takes high for ball two. Two the count. And there's a ground ball to second base. Doesn't make the play, and Andrew's going to be safe at first. So he'll get credit for an RBI. That was probably an E4, but everybody's safe, and Swain scores their 22nd run of the game. All right, now we got Jay Qualdroop coming to the plate for his second at-bat of the game. And a long fly ball to center field. He's fighting the sun, and he makes the catch. Good job. And Andrew kind of missed. The center fielder made a great catch, fighting the sun. Runner at third tagged. Gage went back and tagged. Andrew was standing on second base. And so he had to go back, and errant throw allowed him to be safe at first again. So we got runners at first and third. The 23rd run has crossed the plate, and Jesse singles up the middle for an RBI single. And Andrew goes to second base, and this time he gets to stay there. Okay. And we get a little pop fly to the infield to the shortstop, and he makes the catch, and runner was off second, so he ended up getting doubled off at second base. So Swain is out of the inning. And with the score 24-0, we're coming into the top of the fifth now for Blue Ridge. All right, we're back for the top of the fifth inning with Blue Ridge coming to the plate is the number 8 hitter Colton Taylor, a center fielder. Had a good catch out there this past inning in Swain's half of the fourth. Takes low for ball one. And Gage is just kind of tying them up in there. They've hit the ground balls. Last four batters have hit plays to the pitcher. And Gage has made every one of them. That one for out number one. And coming to the plate is going to be the number 9 hitter, unless we may have a substitute here. Julio Martinez is coming in to hit in the number 9 hole. And takes a call strike one. And Gage is just going to feed him fastballs now, so that looks like it's going to be the game plan. And he nubs another one, and Gage makes a play. Throws to first for out number 2. So he's actually recorded the last 5 ground outs. That's amazing. You don't see that many times. 5 in a row, 1-3. And back to the top of the lineup, Jacob Pressler is hitting for Blue Ridge with 2 outs, top of the 5th. And this time it's ground ball shortstop. So Colby throws and okay, good job. Colby threw wide. It came down the first base line, and that was Jake Waldrop that made the tag on the runner before he crossed first base. So that is the ball game for out number 3 there, and Swain ends up winning in 5, 24-0. And with Colby Taylor getting the win for Swain, and Gage Southard's getting some good work, and the Maroon Devils just playing baseball again. It's good to, I'm sure they're tickled to death to be on the field. They got short sleeves on, and it's been a good day, and they got a busy week coming up. I think Coach Schuler was telling me they play Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, and all of them are conference games, so that'll kind of separate things out and see who's where. Well, thank you very much for tuning in, and we will look forward to being here at the next home game, which is Tuesday, I believe, at Swain High Stadium.